Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing an unboxing video of the cheapest e-bike kit I could find on the internet. Now this is a kind of retroactive bonus video, so if you haven't seen the main episode, which will be building and riding the cheapest e-bike you can build, go watch that. I'll try to remember to put a link in the description. Otherwise, just click on the channel icon and scroll down to recent videos and you'll find it. But yeah, for today, this is the cheapest e-bike kit you can get. I paid about $91, including shipping, to get this to my door. This is a 250 watt brush motor kit. I believe it's 24 volts. So really low spec side of things. If you watch my previous videos, I did a similar motor setup, but that was totally custom on my first e-bike a few years back. It's very similar to that. And then we have a lithium battery this time instead of going with lead acid, and I'm mainly just trying to save on weight. So let's open this up and see what you actually get for $90, which is about what you would pay for like the cheapest gas bike kit. It's not a direct comparison to gas, of course, but I just wanted to try an e-bike and see you know, what you get for something that you can just get in a box and bolt on a bike. So open this up here. We have a chain that looks like a 40 chain, a little bit smaller, probably like what you'd have on a bicycle, just like a pedal bike. We have, looks like some sort of motor controller here. All right, so we have a nice top down here, and hopefully you can see what I see a little bit better. All right, so we have our something that I can't read. This is our motor controller. It does say little things like send out power. I assume this is battery, this is motor output. Indicator, I don't know. I'm gonna have to just probably meter a lot of this stuff, like power locks. That doesn't mean anything to me. But yeah, we have a motor controller. And then here is a more close-up shot of that chain. Ugh. And we got this honker here. I'm guessing this is the motor, because it is very heavy. Well, this has been very well packaged so far. They really wanted to make sure this got here in one piece. Or 10, or however many it is supposed to be. Oh! Wow, that is a lot of bubble wrap. Okay, so this motor actually looks a little bit bigger than the one I did on the last e-bike, which is interesting because they're both rated the same wattage and speed. But this does have internal gear reduction built into it, so there's no need for a drive or for a jack shaft. And then also they've added like this BMX style little clicky front sprocket. So in theory, this should just freewheel when you're pedaling. So it'll be a little bit better for dual purpose use. So if you wanted to pedal, you could without getting the drag of the motor. Of course, you're still going to be turning that chain. So we'll see how efficient it is. I don't expect it to be as nearly as efficient as like a hub motor for you know, lack of rolling resistance. But yeah, there's our 250 watt, 3300 RPM, 24 volt DC brush motor. Set that off to the side here, and then we have a bracket. This mounts to your bike on the left side. This is where your axle would slot into, and then you'd have a like muffler clamp here on your bottom bar and then on your top bar. So that's how that is supposed to work. And then it bolts up. Let's see if I can get this in frame. It bolts up like that with the motor. At least that's how it looks in the pictures. We have a nice little rag joint sprocket. I made sure to get one with this. Sometimes they will sell just like a little T8F sprocket that these motors come with, and then they'll sell you this one in lieu of this. And I'm not as big of a fan of that because it would take some fabrication work to get this to fit onto most bicycle hubs. So this, much more user-friendly. So, and I'm used to gas bikes and it's the same setup as that, so I'm a fan of that. And then here's all our hardware for our rag joint. Instead of 3 pieces, we get 2. That's fine, it's a smaller sprocket. Hopefully we have enough nuts and washers in this one. That's usually what we're missing. Ooh, do we have instructions? That never happens. I'm legitimately surprised. Okay, is this instructions or just safety warnings that mean nothing? It is safety warnings that mean nothing. It says, note, during installation, the 2 transmission wheels need to be adjusted to a straight line. So sprockets, front and rear, need to be gun-sighted in, obviously, so you don't throw the chain. Yeah, that's just a bunch of poorly translated stuff telling you not to throw the chain by sprocket misalignment. Here we have what I believe is the receiving connectors. Yeah, and then you can put in your own pins and then they plug in to these, I believe. Let's take one of these out and test fit it and see if that's actually the case. Like, does this slot in to the battery? Ooh, it does. Okay, so we have connectors. It's classy. You know what? I might actually use these just to try to keep this as much of the kit as possible. Usually I would just cut and strip these back and solder them, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. I haven't actually shot the main video yet. And you know, by the time we're done, it could be a very different thing than where we started. All right, and then we got something in here. Ooh, I think this is our throttle. Oh, I was actually curious about this. So, oh, we got more stuff in there. So yeah, I was actually curious about this because some of them had twist grips and some of them had thumb throttles. This is one of those like multi listings. You'll see these on eBay too. I happen to get this on AliExpress, but it'll have like 5 different options on the same listing. But oh, I'm an animal. I removed that before I installed it. Now it's going to be all scratched up. So this is really cool because this gives you a little battery life indicator, or state of charge actually. You have green, yellow, and red. That's really cool. And then you just have your little thumb throttle, and then we have labeled throttle and power locks. That's what power locks is. It's indicator, state of charge indicator. Interesting. Yeah, okay, that's fine. And then we have the other half of our frame clamps here, aka muffler style clamps, with gross Allen heads for 2 and regular hex heads for 2. Why? No. Okay, these go all the way through. They're threaded There's no nuts on the back. They just thread in. Oh, this is a shorter and a longer option depending on how thick your frame is. And if you have a thin frame, you drew the short stick, you get Allen heads. Okay, that's cool. I always think that's funny when they sell premium hardware stuff and it's always Allen heads. It's like, I don't think these people work on Volkswagens. Yeah, Allen. Oh, now I'm just starting fires here. I'm not a fan of Allen or Torx heads. I like regular bolts. I'll just leave it at that. Anyway, we have our hardware packet. So that's the end of box number 1. And I did order these separate. This isn't a standalone kit. The battery is its own thing. I think the kit was like 60 some bucks and the battery was like 25 bucks. So, you know, do the math from 91 minus 25 or $6. That's how much your motor kit was. You could totally do this with, you know, regular lead acid batteries and a bike rack to carry them, but I just, you know, we have better technology, and this is cheaper than any lead acid batteries I can buy in the States, so well, give it a shot. And you know, if it burns down my house when I charge it, then you'll know not to buy this battery. That being said, I'm being very careful with my knife depth when I cut into this. That hit me in the nose. That was cool. Okay, so this also, oh, it's got that Harbor Freight smell. Gross. Okay. Oh, this is just like a plastic fire right now. It's very lightweight, so I'm very curious to see if this is anywhere near what it should be. I believe, based on other batteries I've seen listed in the States locally from resellers, that this should be an 8 or 9 amp hour battery. And I believe it was like, yeah, 29.4 volts. But they say it's 100 amp hours. That's obviously crap. Let's see, we got 3 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so I'm getting 25.9 volts when I do the math, not 29.4. The output of the charger is 29.4, so I would say this is probably 25. Yeah, but basically comes with a little charger, just a little AC adapter. I highly doubt this is automatic, but you know, there's some good ASMR. All the headphone users just got blown away. Yeah, so I'm guessing this probably blinks when it's charging and then goes solid when it's done, and then you unplug it. Probably something that would be a good idea to run off of a timer. Oh, well, this does me no good. This isn't a American spec outlet. What part of the world even uses this? Okay, well, I'll be putting in a different plug. It looks like it's the same one that my shaver uses. So, okay. Is this actually 120 volts or is it 240 input? 100 to 240, 50 or 60 hertz. Okay, so it's a wide range power supply, which I have to find a new cord for, but it should work on our 125 volts that we get here. Okay, so that's fun. This is what you get. Yep. That's kind of part of the deal, what we expected. Yeah, so that is our thing. Let me go check quick and see if I have a voltmeter that actually is able to read this voltage. Right, let's see what we got here. We'll go to DC 200 volts. Are they lying? A lot or just a little bit? All right, I have to make sure not to touch these because we have an unfused battery. I wonder if there's even a BMS built in. Yeah, there's a charger. There's our little BMS thing. So it does have a BMS built in, that's good. What do we get out of the box for voltage? Oh, it is higher than I thought. 27.8. Okay. I can live with that. I wonder what the cutoff voltage on this is. Probably like 30 for this controller. I think that's what I saw in the listing. Either way, this is basically, we're overvolting a little bit, and it shouldn't hurt anything, but you know, if it does, we'll find out. But yeah, this is our little battery, and to the right of me is all the crap that we unboxed. So cool. All right, that was the unboxing video. Thanks for watching, guys. And remember, if you haven't seen the main video where I build and ride this kit and put it on a bike, go back and watch that. That will be released first, and then this will be a follow-up bonus video. And then after the main video, I will also be doing a long-term test for range and top speed and those types of things. So stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. And as always, if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. See you guys next time. Ow.